New Year's Eve has a very special sound when you're alone. Most people think of fireworks, laughter, music spilling out of bars and apartment windows. But if you're working overnight, especially in a building designed to hold dozens of people that suddenly only holds one, it sounds very different. It sounds like fluorescent lights humming. It sounds like old ventilation ducts clinking as they expand and contract. It sounds like the low electrical buzz of machines that never sleep, even when everyone else does. I was alone in the master control room of Channel 7. If you've never been inside a TV station late at night, it's not glamorous. No news anchors, no cameras rolling, just rows of monitors stacked on metal racks, each one showing a different feed. Syndicated programming, weather loops, emergency broadcast standby, internal station cameras. My job was simple. Make sure the right thing went on air at the right time, and nothing went wrong. On New Year's Eve, that mostly meant babysitting the countdown broadcast scheduled for midnight. I'd worked holidays before, Thanksgiving, Christmas, even New Year's Eve once or twice. But this year was quieter than usual. Most of the staff had gone home already. The on-air talent had pre-recorded their segments days earlier. By 11 p.m., the entire building belonged to me. I remembered checking my phone and seeing videos from friends already counting down. Champagne bottles popping, confetti, smiling faces lit by phone screens. I muted the phone and set it face down. At 11:12 p.m., something changed. One of the auxiliary monitors flickered. At first, I thought it was a routine hiccup, a loose input, maybe a momentary signal drop. It happens, especially in older buildings with older wiring. But then, the image stabilized. It was a New Year's countdown, not ours. The feed looked professional. High definition, multiple camera angles, clean graphics. A massive digital countdown clock hovering above a packed crowd, all of them cheering, waving, holding glowing cups and signs. The time display read 48 minutes, 36 seconds until midnight. That was the first thing that bothered me. Our scheduled countdown program wasn't supposed to start until 11:55 p.m., and it definitely wasn't supposed to start with 48 minutes remaining. I leaned forward in my chair and checked the input label. Nothing. No source ID, no satellite tag, no internal routing number. That shouldn't be possible. Every feed that enters the master control goes through something. A switcher, a server, a satellite receiver. You don't just get a live broadcast appearing out of nowhere. I tried muting it. The audio didn't cut. The crowd noise kept playing. Cheering, clapping, a faint echo, like it was being recorded inside a massive enclosed space. I muted the entire monitor. The sound continued. Not through the speakers, through the room. I froze. Then realized it was coming from the monitor itself. Like the sound was bleeding through the casing instead of the audio system. I stood up and walked closer. The crowd on screen was diverse. Different ages, different clothes, winter jackets mixed with party wear. But what stood out was how focused they all were. Every single person was looking directly up at the countdown clock. No phones, no conversations. No movement except rhythmic clapping. I checked the clock on the wall. 11:14 p.m. The countdown clicked to 47 minutes, 58 seconds. It was synced perfectly. I did what I was trained to do. I tried to cut the feed. I pulled the input manually. The monitor went black for a half second. Then, the countdown returned. Same angle, same crowd, same clock. Now at 46 minutes, 41 seconds. I opened the routing software and searched for active inputs. The system showed nothing feeding that monitor. No signal path, no error warnings. It was like the image wasn't coming into the system, like it was already there. That's when I noticed the first person disappear. It was subtle. A woman near the front row, red scarf, blonde hair, clapping and smiling like everyone else. Then, between 1 second and the next, she simply wasn't there. No flash, no glitch, no reaction from the people around her. Just empty space. I leaned closer to the screen. The countdown ticked. 49 minutes, 19 seconds. Another person vanished. Then another. Always on the second change, always without sound. The crowd didn't react. They didn't even seem to notice the gaps forming between them. The cheering audio continued, but it was thinner now, less layered. I felt a cold knot settle in my stomach. I told myself it was a corrupt loop, a test signal, something experimental accidentally patched into the system. But deep down, I already knew it wasn't. At 11:31, the countdown hit 28 minutes, 59 seconds. That's when the numbers changed. Instead of 28, the display briefly flickered, then it showed a name. Marcus L. The crowd kept cheering. When the seconds ticked down, Marcus L. disappeared from the front row. The next minute read 27 minutes, 58 seconds. 27 minutes, 57 seconds. 27 minutes, 56 seconds. Then, Jenna K. Another gap in the crowd. I felt dizzy. I grabbed my phone and searched the names. Missing persons reports, recent ones. Some from earlier that day. Some from weeks ago, all unresolved. I backed away from the monitor, like it might reach out and grab me. The room felt colder. Not dramatically, just enough to notice. The ventilation system clicked loudly, then went silent. I realized something else. The crowd was getting smaller. Not proportionally. Organized. Front to back. Like they were being counted. At 18 minutes and 12 seconds, the camera angle changed. It zoomed in. Not on the crowd. On the camera itself. The perspective shifted. Closer, tighter, until it felt like the lens was staring out of the screen. At me. The cheering softened. Almost reverent now. Then, a voice cut through the noise. Not an announcer. Not amplified. Just present. You're still here. I stumbled backward, knocking over my chair. I don't know how you're seeing this, the voice continued, calm and curious. But you always do. I shouted into the empty room. Who is this? The voice paused. Then, we don't use names. They slow things down. The countdown continued behind the voice. 14 minutes, 9 seconds. Another name appeared, then vanished. You're not on the list, the voice said. Yet. At 11:47, the power flickered. Every monitor except the countdown feed went dark. Emergency lights kicked on, bathing the room in dim red. The countdown stayed bright, clearer than ever. The clock hit 12 minutes remaining. The voice returned. We reset every year, it said. Most people don't notice. Reset what? I asked, my voice barely steady. The crowd on the screen was now sparse, dozens left where there had been hundreds. We remove what no longer fits, the voice replied. The countdown changed again. This time, there were no names, just one word. You. The clock raced. 10 seconds, 9 seconds. The room felt impossibly quiet. No fireworks outside, no city noise, no hum of electricity, just the ticking. 5 seconds. I slammed my fist into the emergency power cutoff. Nothing happened. 3 seconds. The crowd on the screen turned, all at once, and looked directly into the camera, smiling. 1 second. The voice whispered, "Thank you for watching." Midnight hit. Every screen went black. The emergency lights shut off. The room plunged into darkness. And for a moment, I thought that was it. I woke up on the floor. Morning light filtered through the blinds. The station was alive again. Power restored, systems humming like nothing happened. Security footage from the night was blank. No countdown feed, no audio, no record of me being there after 11:12 p.m. I quit 2 weeks later. The missing persons report spiked that New Year's Eve. Nobody connected them. Every year since, when the countdown starts on TV, I turn it off at 11. Because sometimes, just before midnight, I swear I hear cheering coming from behind the screen. And I know it's counting. This has been Velvet Dread. Sleep well, if you can. If you enjoyed this story, like and subscribe for more stories like this, narrated by an actual human.